Weekly, my Amazon guy, live Q&A. I'm Jason Master Mateo. 5 more minutes and we'll be live on the My Amazon Guy live Q&A with Jason Master Mateo weekly Fridays at 12 Eastern. We'll be live in 1 minute.
That's right. In just 60 short seconds, you'll be able to ask any Amazon question that your heart has ever sought the answer to. Hello, happy Friday. How is everyone? Hope
It
you
is
guys
Friday.
are. Yes, it is. Jason has been living in a time-free zone, I guess. Sometimes it's the week after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, time passes different. So very close up of my face. Anyway, this is the My Amazon Guy Weekly Friday podcast. I wasn't here last week. I know you all probably missed me, but I'm back now for the foreseeable future. No planned vacations or sicknesses, which aren't planned, but you know. So yeah. Jason, how was it last week? I did catch the podcast, by the way. Not live, but looked like it was pretty quiet.
You went back and you watched it? Yeah, every year, like on Black Friday, it's usually pretty short, I should say. Not as many questions as normal.
That makes sense. People are like watching and preparing, so
same thing will probably happen in a couple of weeks on right before Christmas. So.
Oh yeah, because I believe it's like Christmas Eve.
Well,
is
Christmas
Saturday.
is on a Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, so that Friday, that'll be really quiet.
Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, as Faith mentioned, this is the My Amazon Guy podcast, live Q&A every Friday at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. We are here to answer any and all of your Amazon questions, Walmart questions, life questions, questions about what else? What's going on?
Anything, but disclaimer, we are not lawyers or mental health professionals. So take any non-Amazon related advice with a grain of salt.
We could talk about Mike White and the Jets last week. Oh man, that was.
I don't know about that.
No football talk.
No, I don't watch sports. I've never been a sports person. My dad always tried because I live in Kentucky, so like the basketball team, the college team's pretty popular here. He's like UK, and then he was disappointed because I went to the rival school's college instead. I mean, he wasn't like disappointed, but you know, like the father, like, oh, you went to U of L instead. But yeah, enough about me though. We can dive right in here. Looks like we've got some good questions here today. We'll start with Rolando here. Thank you for being a member. On our Amazon account, employees are getting, sorry, I read that wrong. On our Amazon account, employees are getting an error when responding to Amazon questions from customers, especially uploading video responses error. You have not purchased. Before I get to the rest of this, I'm going to say what I think the issue here is. You said you were employees are trying to answer these questions. If they haven't purchased anything on their employee Amazon account, they're not going to be able to answer this question. If they log in from their personal Amazon accounts, though, where they've purchased something, that should resolve the issue. But let me read the rest of your question before I get ahead of myself. Responded by seller. We can't figure out why the owner is able to respond or upload videos with no issues, and it shows responded by seller for video uploads to those Q&A on a listing. Yeah, it sounds like if you guys go ahead and try from a personal account, you should be able to answer those questions.
We could demonstrate it.
Yes, let's demonstrate. I love our demos.
Right. Just to show what Faith is talking about, hold on.
I was going to say I can demo too, but I am not logged into my personal account, so it would look foolish.
Share my screen. So let's go to Amazon. I'm on some Crayola Bath Fizzies.
Huh. I did not know they made those.
I'm logged into... So what our friend here is talking about is these questions here.
Yes.
Let's see. How are these scented? And I'm going to say... I'm going to help Crayola out here. I'm going to say, they smell great. I've never bought them. Case in point, I've never bought these or anything. Anybody can answer questions on Amazon.
Yes.
And click answer. And I'm allowed to answer the question because we've bought something on this account before. Now, in order to upload video or answer questions, as Faith mentioned, you have to have bought one thing on Amazon.
Just one.
So you can either have your employee use their personal account, which to answer questions, which I mean, that's up to you, or you can have them buy like some $2 thing on the account you're having them use, and go from there. I'm noticing that our YouTube stream like is really blurry this morning. I hope that's not the case. Let me see if it. Oh, okay. That's why.
What is it?
Never mind. It like auto put it to like 320p. That's why. Okay.
Oh.
We're good. If the stream looks blurry, go to your YouTube settings and make sure to set it to 1080 or 720.
320 business. All right, next question. That was a good question to start off with, Rolando. Oh, can you go to one of your listings and respond to a customer question so that it shows responded by seller? You both look good on my end. Thank you, Rolando.
Yeah, it has to be responded by the main login account.
The main account.
And it will say answered by seller or whatever.
Cool Peeps says, hi, Jason. Happy holidays. How do I check to see how many coupon redemptions I had of the coupon code I created for Black Friday? Ideally by SKU. Thanks. All right, so this one's pretty easy here, Cool Peeps. I know you directed your question to Jason, but I'm not logged into an account here that I can show you, but Jason is, luckily, so he can show you where to go. Because I was about
go to advertising, coupons, go to your expired coupons, and you can see your clips here. Clips, redeemed, sales, etc. That's how you see it.
To see it by ASIN or SKU level, but yeah,
depends how you set up your.
It depends on how you set it up, actually.
So for this one, this was multiple products, and there's probably a report you can run to see that, I'm guessing, but on the console here, it doesn't tell us which one.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Got the clips. So there you go.
Awesome. Good question. All right. Next one. All right. Brandon Gable said, and this is a 3-parter. Part 1, review count versus profit. While waiting for the second shipment, I raised price to protect stock and found I had better profits. I have 40 reviews. My top 2 competitors have 200 and 300 reviews. The one with 300 reviews is selling 100 a day and growing 15 reviews a week. At this stage, should I be trying to find a nice profitable price selling 10 units a day, or is the long game to sacrifice any profits and try to catch up to the leaders by selling near my break even to gain reviews via volume? It's been nice to make some money. I have high aspirations and want to do what's best for the long haul. Thank you. Well, there are a few different ways you can tackle this. So I think that sales volume is obviously important. And so is review volume. But it sounds like right now, oh, whoops, I think that was a different question. Sorry, Brandon. All right. I think that right now, let me go back to the first part. 40 reviews. How many units are you selling a day? Because what I would recommend is maybe find a sweet spot in the middle, not necessarily hit your break-even cost, but like maybe get close to that to match their prices and also encourage further sales for review velocity. You do have 40 reviews, so you can't enroll in the Vine program, unfortunately. But if you have Helium 10, you can set up a follow-up tool or set up their follow-up tool where it will automatically send out a message to anyone who's purchased and say, hey, just let us know what you think. They have templates that are within Amazon's terms of service if you don't want to go out of your way to write one. Jason, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts here?
I mean, you're at a point here where you found a profitable price point. Doesn't mean you can't grow on that.
Exactly.
Don't pay attention to the reviews, like 300, 200, 100. It's probably the least important thing. as long as you're converting and your campaigns are profitable, you can grow from there and keep taking a piece of the pie from them.
Oh yeah.
The sales velocity just to get more reviews is going to be a losing battle at 40 versus 300. So
oh yeah.
I would continue to try and get more units sold at the profitable price point.
Yes. Good, great insight here. Rosina says, good morning. Good morning, or it's kind of afternoon for me, but definitely still morning for Jason.
Morning.
That sounded like it's morning. Jason's got that I'm living the dream voice today. Say I am the say I am the authorized signer for two different companies, and then Rosina asks, two different companies in the USA, but not employee or owner of any of them. Will Amazon allow me to be the primary account holder for both their separate Seller Central accounts? As long as you have the login, Amazon doesn't. If you're asking if Amazon has some sort of verification system to see if you're like employed by that company or own it, they don't really have that. If the account already exists and you have access to it, you can be an admin there and still make changes. I think I understood that question correctly. Is that how you read it, Jason?
Or they're trying to make the account. The account doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
In which case there'd be a verification process. Again, I don't
Oh,
I don't even know what an authorized signer means. So but if you have permission from the company, we make accounts all the time on behalf of companies, and I don't think we're an authorized signer or anything like that. So should be fine as long as you have permission from the brand or company.
Yep. Awesome. Good question. All right. And then Brandon's second question that I had accidentally pulled up earlier was transaction view. The transactions never seem to line up with reality. Yes. SC reps are unable to explain very well. Should transactions log on the day they happen or just completely random? Can my refund guy catch any transaction mistakes and erroneous charges by Amazon? Also, what are the key differences between My Refund Guy and Helium 10 Refund Genie? My Refund Guy is free, which is awesome. Yes.
So the first part, they never seem to line up with reality.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you have to go back, 30 days afterward to see it match up. But also there'll still be discrepancies. I believe my refund guy deals with all of that. The differences between my refund guy and H10, my refund guy doesn't have an upfront setup cost or anything like that. I don't know. I'm not familiar with H10's Genie. I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't even know that was a thing. So me for being unaware of competition, I guess. So I can't tell you what the differences are, but I know they take care of all of the discrepancies and claw back as much as they can as far as what Amazon's taken from you. Next.
Yes. Frostax asks, is it better to have two listings with difference being size and variations as flavor, or three listings for each individual flavor with size being variation? The main flavor does 50% of the sales. This is a great question, Frostax, because in my opinion, I think it depends on how many flavors you have. So if you only have like three flavors that come in like two different sizes, then I think that I don't even know if size flavors, I think it would be like style name size or something, style name being the flavor, but you could use that variation type. However, if you have like 15 different flavors and they come in like three different sizes, then I would recommend to do the variation by flavor, if that makes sense. So the reasoning behind this is we don't want to overblow our parentage. So it's not so much of a problem until you're getting into like 15, 20 different variations. Amazon actually caps people at like 250 variations, I think. So probably not a problem for you. And I'm getting ahead of the point. But to answer your question, if you have a lot of products, then do multiple variations based on flavor. But if it's only a few of them, then you can put them all in the same parentage. Okay, next question. Karen asks, when launching a product, at what point should we bring the launch date, all other dates to the present day? When it's delivered to Amazon? Checked in? Great question, Karen. So for this one, and Jason, I promise I'll let you answer a question.
Oh, you're good.
He's waking up, but no, actually, Jason's probably been awake for a while. He's early bird. But to answer your question, Karen, I would wait until you see that you actually have units available on that listing. So if you see that there's like 50 inbound still, but it's not showing any, like units are still at 0, don't launch that yet. Just wait until the inbound is completely available. Then you can move the launch date and all the other dates to make sure that that's live.
Yeah. Make sure that it's through FC processing.
Yes.
Like, I think they said that, but wait till it's like ready, and then turn everything on.
Wait till it's ready, Freddie, and that includes a fully baked listing as well. And I'm sure you know that, Karen. I know you're on our podcast a lot, so we're probably preaching to the choir here, but you get that main image stack, bullet points, back-end keywords, A+, alt text, all that good stuff. Right. And then Karen also asked, what percentage of ad spend does MAG charge? I want to begin freelancing for PPC services. Don't know anything about pricing.
So
I don't remember the base price. Sorry.
We have all kinds of different contracts, but like an industry standard is usually some sort of flat rate or a percentage of ad spend. So whichever is higher. So for your freelance, it could be, $1,000 a month or 6% of ad spend, whichever is higher. And obviously it's going to be dependent on the size of the account and that sort of thing. So I would start there, Karen.
Yes. Got this. Jaleel asks, I heard Steven say that putting a keyword multiple times in a listing will help more with SEO. If true, how much is too much in that situation? Well, honestly, Karen, that would depend on your preference, because a lot of people aren't going to read the title and bullet points anyway. They're there for SEO purposes. I know we showed a couple of weeks ago an example of an A+ content where the crawlable text was just SEO. But from my understanding, that listing's doing pretty well in terms of sales. But to answer your question, it would honestly depend on your preference, right? So you don't want it to be overloaded, but you do want it to at least be in the title and the first bullet point. So let's say your keyword is Pokemon figurines, because this is the first thing I saw. You would want to put that. You weren't looking. I had to show you my little Eevee as well. But you would want to put that in the title, and then maybe bullet point one would say Pokemon figurines, blah blah blah, something. Enjoy these Pokemon figurines in your house, blah blah, and maybe mention it a couple of times in the bullet points what I'm getting at. So for me personally, keeping in mind I'm a Capricorn and I'm OCD, I would say like 3 to 5 and like the bullets and the title, and then also add that into your A+, and then your back end, and you should be fine with indexing. Jason, do you have a different opinion? Because this is one of those things where there's not like a magic number or anything like that.
Yeah, but people get they get freaked out. They're like, and they're not thinking of phrase exact match when this comes into play. So you're selling. You're gonna repeat single keywords. A lot of times. You're selling, these bath fizzies that we were looking at. You might have, I mean, this listing is terrible, but you might have bath fizzies for kids, because that could be a keyword, and then bath fizzies for bath time. That could be a exact phrase. Bath fizzies for girls, bath fizzies for boys, fun bath fizzies, stuff like that. And that's kind of what you're talking about. You're going to have repeats of the single keyword, just oftentimes to make your copy sound correct.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Then there's also a lot of like long tail keywords as well that kind of further break down. So if we use the like figurines example, we could even say like small figurines or like figurines for nerds. I don't know. but you get what we're saying. Like there are a lot of organic or like natural looking ways, if you will, to include a keyword in your title and bullet points multiple times. And then that does help SEO. So, all right, awesome. Jaleel asks, was that an Eevee Pokemon figure? Yes, it was. I have a little Eevee, a little Pikachu, and a little Squirtle.
I got
little bitty guys. And then I have a blur background on too, but yeah, little bitty guys. Ooh, oh, is that a, I know that's not an ultra ball. What type of ball is that? It's like one of the ones that came out in gold, I think, whenever you could do all the custom Pokeballs. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I grew up playing Pokemon, so I was like right in that good age group for it. All right, awesome. Next question. Rosina asks, in PST time, at what time the Amazon PPC suggested bid rates are the most reliable? I don't want to set bids at 9 a.m. only to find out 12 hours later that bids went higher later in the day, losing me impressions. That's a good question. Jason's on PST, so he might have better insight here. But I also think it depends on your product and what your bidding category looks like. Because there are some products where they're more popular. So, for example, like office supplies, like toner cartridges, those are going to be more popular from like 8 to 5 business hours, right? So between 8 and 5 is probably when the bidding's going to be the most high. What do you think, Jason?
It's not really a best time here.
Yeah.
Like if you can only set your bids in the morning and you can't go back to your account for the rest of the day, you need to start looking at maybe doing dynamic up and down.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Because it's going to be different every day. It's going to be different every week. It's going to be different depending on, if there's a holiday, all kinds of different stuff. There's not like a best time to set your suggested bids.
Jaleel says Vaporeon was always my favorite. I agree. Out of the original 3, Vaporeon was my favorite too, Jaleel. I also like shiny Vaporeon because it's pink. So guess my new favorite evolution. All right. Next question. Abdullah says, I have 3 variations of my product, but only one variation is performing well. What strategy do I need to apply for increasing the sales of all 3 variations? In fact, the parent listing was performing well before the variations, but when I brought variations into my product, the sale of the first item dropped drastically. Now what should I do? Well, this is a conundrum, Abdullah, but not one that you can't work your way out of. So what I would check first for the other 2 variations, do they match the quality of the first one? Main image, all that. But in terms of sales dropping, even if it doesn't match, I'm trying to figure out why sales would drop. Do you have an idea on that, Jason?
Yeah. So what happened here is you had a good product and then you parented it with 2 new products. Now people are going to your listing and they see choices and they're turned off by those choices. So they're going somewhere else.
I see. So what I would do here,
I would immediately take them out of the new products, parent the new products together, and soft launch those off of the variation. Yeah, you're not going to get the reviews and all that, but it sounds like the consumer is speaking to you and telling you that, hey, you have all these choices here now, and all these choices, because they're looking at it was a different color or something like that, then they're going, I don't want this. That's my best guess without seeing the back end or anything like that.
That makes a lot of sense. They're not liking the other variations. So yeah, it took the words right out of my mouth with the recommendation of removing immediately, making a new parentage with the other 2. Awesome. Good question, Abdullah. All right, Lung asks, listing is optimized, images re-optimized, review is 25 stars, or I guess 25 reviews. Should I focus main keyword or high search volume on top of page by top of search for a long time to rank to top 1 to 15?
Focus the main keyword on high search volume on top of search for long time to rank. I mean, yeah, if it's your main keyword and it's converting well, I don't really see a question here. Sorry, Lung.
Yeah, focus on the main keyword. You can also focus on high search volume keywords, but I know your answer was which one to focus on. I would do the main keyword. Top of search is good, but if you wanted to really rank between 1 and 15, you might want to be a little dramatic with your top of search percentage, like 100, 200%, to match that bid.
Your PPC sales will increase. Your organic sales will increase your indexing.
Yes.
Help you get that ranking up.
All right, next question. Beast Canteen asks, looks like my trademark will get denied by USPTO. I currently have Brand Registry on that mark. Will Brand Registry cut me off once the USPTO denies my mark? If so, how much time do I have? So yes, they will. Now I did see, and I'm not trying to give you hope at all, but I did see one instance in seller forums once where Amazon did not catch that somebody's USPTO didn't go through. However, I think that's not going to happen here. And to be realistic, they will kick you out. I'm not sure how soon after that will happen, though, because I think it's like an auditing process or something on the back end of Amazon.
It takes a long time.
Gotcha.
I've seen it, like Faye said, that there's actually like 3 or 4 accounts that I can come out of the top of my head that still have their old brand that got denied, that you can still access the brand store and all that stuff. So prepare for the worst, but you have time.
Yes. Barack asks, do you make language variations such as Spanish for A+ content? As long as we have Spanish speakers on our team, we do. But yeah. Well, Jason, you answer that question, because I've done it before, but I don't know if it's like officially included in services or not.
The sales in Mexico are it depends. I mean, you might have a product that sells like crazy in Mexico. Overall, sales for Mexico, not a lot. So, is it worth it? Have we ever done it before? Yeah, sure. If they're selling in Spain or Mexico and the client pays for it, yeah, no problem. We have entire international staff here all over the world, and we have plenty of people that are Spanish speaking. The big one is German translations. We do that a lot because the language is and the content is so different than if you're selling in UK or anything like that.
Awesome. And then Barack asks, have you tested A+ content and premium A+ in terms of conversion rate? Yeah, I believe Steven was testing that on his account, right? Age of Sage. They've got the premium A+ right now. I don't know off the top of my head how that experiments go. I assume well, but I don't know. Like, I don't
you can test it right now because like it's the holidays, so of course the sales are up after we uploaded the premium A+ content.
But also, wasn't that uploaded like a month or so ago, like right before the holidays? So it's kind of hard to tell if like the conversion from the premium or.
I'm not even sure. Can you A/B test with premium A+ content? I don't think
that's
so.
That's a good question. Yeah, well, we'll all learn something today. But while Jason's looking at that, Barack, it's definitely
we are doing it. You can A/B test premium versus non-premium, and here's the results right here. Let's take a look. So premium was version B, and version A was the original A+ content, and premium killed it.
Yeah, look at that one right out.
Oh no, sorry. Did I mix these up?
No, I think you're right. Oh no, wait. It says Mother's Day. I don't think you messed.
Yeah. This is Mother's. No, this is right. This is right. Okay.
Yeah. I think there's
more in here. Premium content. Let's try this one. Oh, this was canceled. Okay. So this was the real one.
Yeah, I think that A+ must just be named
The hypothesis premium.
Oh, look at that.
Somebody typed this in. View details.
We had a very detailed answer for you today, Barack. Came with data and everything.
Yeah, so in this instance, premium won out, which isn't surprising. Not by 20%, though.
It's just there's so many things you can feature in
Oh,
premium.
it went out by more than 20%. The hypothesis was 20. It went out by 63%.
Oh, 3 times the hypothesis. That's super interesting. Well, Barack, I think you should at least try it out. And on paper, and from the example we showed, it should perform better just because of the way it's laid out, and most importantly, you can feature a video if you have one. So that's really important in terms of conversion. Yeah, great question. So next one. Jaleel asks, I have product in the top 60 in beauty and personal care. The order volume is great, but the increased clicks means more spend, and our ACOS jumped from 30 to 38%. Should I leave everything as is and ride the way for now, or optimize and lower bids and risk raising the BSR into the hundreds? I'd ride it for now, especially for the holidays. If you want to revisit and optimize and lower bids around Q1, that's fine. But right now, I'd go ahead and ride it. It isn't too uncommon for ACOS to kind of rise around this time because, like you said, more people are looking at stuff, more clicks, more spend, right? So ACOS will shoot up a little bit. You can lower bids, like where, if there's like a bid for $2 and the term's only 50 cents, then I go ahead and bid there. But for the most part, I would employ like an aggressive bidding strategy and maybe employ like the top of search that we mentioned a couple of questions ago or so. I know the context is different here, but that'll also help maintain your ranking and your positioning. So, all right, next question. Rosina says, reauthorize signer early. Oh, okay. So she's going on, or she's giving context here. I heard one can be main admin of only one Seller Central account and one Amazon Marketplace. I am main admin on one, but another company wants me to run main admin account for them. Can I? Yeah, you can do that. I believe so.
It's
like
different login, right?
Yeah, or from what I'm understanding, or even if they wanted to invite her from their main account and then have her with admin access, that should still be fine.
I mean, I'm main admin on like 10 mag accounts. So.
Yeah, Jason's prime example or we're a prime example. Like you should be able to do that, Rosina. Yeah. You can. I know.
All you need is a different phone number.
Yep, just a different phone number, and if they already have like their stuff set up,
they're gonna have a different phone number. She wants
right, exactly. Like they already have their stuff set up.
I should say all you need. I shouldn't say all you need is a different phone number for an actual account, because we make drone accounts. But for an actual account, you're gonna need a different business address, entity, all that stuff, which you're gonna have because it's a different company. So, but for the OTP and all that, you're gonna need a different phone number if you're gonna be the admin on the account. I don't recommend this from either a business standpoint on their end, and also for you to be able to scale if you're going to be getting on more clients. Best thing for you to do is create a blank account and get permission admin invites from the owner of the accounts. Just how we do it here at My Amazon Guy. And yes. Then you can have as many clients as you want without having to get new phone numbers all the time.
Imagine if we just like had to cycle through everyone's number in the company. Like, all right, Faith, we need a new account. What's your number?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I do. I have to make every time I do a new account, I have to make a new Google Voice number. So,
how many Google Voice numbers do you have?
I don't know, probably whatever number of accounts there is. It's like 11 or something like that. And I have to go in there like every once in a while and like make a call. Otherwise, they like delete the. The Google
Oh,
Voice.
yeah, that makes sense.
So I was just been there one day, like going into each one, calling my cell phone, like
Just make it task
please.
that. Like, yeah, these just I am the owner of this login. Yes, I don't have any others. All right. Cool. Next question. Lung says there's so many types of sponsored display. Which type of sponsored display to spend less and get more sales? Defensive. That's what Jason said, and what I'm gonna agree with. There's also I had to double check, but from the search page at the top of the page, that's sponsored brand or sponsored display, right? Like where it redirects to the. Okay, I'm sorry. Here, let me demonstrate.
The answer, Lung, the answer here is defensive is going to be less spend.
Yes,
and
more
conversion. When you go on the offensive with sponsored display, it gets expensive. Let's go next.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, from what I was looking.
Is Geraldine still here? Did we lose her?
No, she's here. There she is. All right. Vishal says how to get boosted sales for newly launched products. So FBA has a new selection program. I think it's free to apply or to enroll in that. And they'll kind of help you out with that a little bit in terms of like visibility for your newly launched product. There's also the honeymoon period, which may or may not exist. Most likely does. Evidence points that it does. So just make sure that you're kind of following the launch strategy a little bit, setting out your launch dates, making sure that your listing's fully baked with the main image, A+, all that stuff. And then what you're really going to want to do here, Vishal, if you've got an amazing listing, it's optimized to the nines, you've got your search terms, what you're really going to want to do, you're going to want to put your focus into PPC now. So you'll want to start out with some auto campaigns, and then you can also kind of further break it down into some manual campaigns with some keywords in your category or some keywords that you found from Helium 10. From the auto campaign, you'll revisit that in like a few weeks to see what search terms people are actually using to get to your listing. But yeah, auto campaigns, a lot of PPC, and then a fully baked listing. But assuming you have all that, you would want to put your focus on PPC.
You can start driving outside traffic too. That can obviously help your launch product.
Yes.
You have to have a strategy here on how much you're willing to spend on your PPC campaigns. You can't just plop it out there and hope it sells. Yeah. But enroll in Vine for reviews. I think Faith said that.
I may have said it earlier. I don't remember if I
brought that up. What do we have here on myamazonguy.com? Faith is our courses. And how much does this cost?
Jason, this actually costs less than DoorDash and Taco Bell. So this is a good deal. If you guys wanted to enroll, $20. Look, you can either have PPC knowledge or you can have a quesarito.
Launching on
Amazon, but also knowledge in general. So you can know how to do that, or you can have a quesarito. It's your choice. Both are good. But which one is on Amazon? All right. Next question. Brandon asks, if you create a whole new set of primary 5 to 6 listing images, is there a way to A/B test them as a whole against the existing images? No, there's not. You can only A/B test against titles, A+, main images, and I think there's something else I'm forgetting, but those are the main ones. You can't A/B test.
Product description is available now.
Yeah.
You have to do this. You have to do this the old-fashioned way, Brandon.
Pick food, baby.
They either do pick food, but or just change them and see the results. It's not as good. It's not as good as an actual experiment, but that's how we used to do it.
That's how it is, man. All right. So next question. YWTW says, friends signed up with another company, not MAG. First mistake. No, I'm kidding. That company put his brand into their account. Can you please explain the downside to this setup? I will have him listen to your answer. I don't think there's. Sorry.
I was gonna say there's either your friend sent permissions from his brand to them, which is completely normal, and then they set him up, he set them up as an admin or a user or whatever. Or what you're saying is they registered his brand on their account. So they went into their brand registry account and put in his serial number and trademark and all that, and then his brand is on their account. The first one is normal. The second one can happen. This happens when you have clients that don't really understand brand registry and they don't really understand computers or anything like that. So, we'll register the brand for them and then we'll transfer it to their account. So as long as your friend's agency is transferring it to his account, if they did register it on their account, then that's also something that happens. So depends kind of what's going here, but it doesn't sound like anything shady, depending on what the end goal here was.
Good answer, Jason. Long asks, I'm going to launch a product. How to check patent of that product to make sure that no patent infringement. So you'll want to go to the USPTO website. Let me pull that up and then hope that I can navigate this bad boy, because honestly, it is so hard to navigate. I just click on it until I get to where I need to go.
This is patent stuff. Literally. Okay. Yeah, literally you can try and search, but there's people that literally get paid thousands of dollars an hour to search patents. This isn't something you can just go look up on your own. Trademark easy. Yeah, go type in the name or whatever, but yeah, and we don't deal with patent stuff here. It's just, let's leave that for the professionals.
Leave that for the lawyers. I did find the patent public search tool, but it does not look user friendly.
I wouldn't trust it.
Let me show you. It is, I can see why people get paid thousands of dollars. Like, this looks like, like, what is this? Like a whole software. Anyway, so you can do that, and then just to show you, but like Jason said, it's best to leave this to the professionals, because there are people who get paid thousands of dollars to do this. But I just went to USPTO.gov, I went to patents, and then I scrolled down here and I did the public patent search. So and then start search. So you can try that out, but yeah, leave that to the professionals. Let me on share. No. Sorry. There we go. A boomer. All right, next question. All right, it's 5-parter. Viraj, I'm so sorry. How do you consider a product as a winner after 2 months of selling? Sold around 300 units. Now, since the past 15 and 20 days, I'm getting 3 to 4 sales organically. ACOS has dropped to 32%. So with 200 units left in inventory, shall I place the second lot order? Lead time to reach warehouse is around 65 to 75 days. Go ahead and put in that order. We have already given out a lot of product, and also the first order had a few problems due to packaging. Products were damaged in transit. Our second order is better packaging and good quality boxes. Should I continue with this? Yes. And then I've put 6 to 8 months to design this product according to the customer's needs. Is it normal to burn cash in the first order? Yes. It's a $60 product with a margin of $15 to $18. Guide me, please. Thanks, man. Yeah, so go ahead and place that second order. I think I remember a couple of weeks ago you said something about this and how you did a lot of research and it's a good product, but there were some issues with the first packaging and then you got bad reviews. And I think that's it. And then you wanted to relaunch. So I would go ahead and proceed with this one, especially where you do have a good sales history. Even if it has gone down a little bit, that could be, I don't know anything about this product, so this is all speculation based. We are in a holiday season now, as you know, so if it's not like a giftable item or anything like that, then you might be seeing some conversion go down. But yeah, what do you think, Jason?
You're not gonna, I mean, unless you're super, you have to expect to not make a profit,
Exactly.
and in fact
Yeah,
lose money. And usually the first year that you're launching or starting a business, you have to have that carryover. If you're seeing the product trending up and you're improving the product as well, well, yeah, there's no reason why not to continue here.
Yeah.
I would. Next.
Janiac asks, which tool is based for PPC management?
There's like
what is
500 tools out
yeah,
there.
What is the most based tool?
What's the based tool?
Yeah, what is the most based tool?
Perpetua.
Yeah, Perpetua. Yeah, no, Perpetua's
Psychometrics.
Yeah.
H10.
Atomic. Yeah. Yeah. So any of those. All right. Facebook user says, Stephen Pope, how to manage lots of PPC campaigns manually of 300 plus SKUs. You're going to want to
bulk files.
Yeah, bulk files, man. That's the only way. Only way. All right. Next question. And then we have a video on bulk files as well. Geraldine, would you be able to find that video and then post that in the chat for everybody? Thank you. All right. S says, I'd rather use a parent-child or separate products for better crowding in the search results. It depends on the product here, S. It is typically a good idea to take up as much space as you can on Amazon. But that being said, if you only have 3 products in a variation, you don't have to like go out of your way to like separate all of them or anything. But in our earlier example with the person who had the size and flavor issue, like that's a good example of something that you could break up into a few different parentages if there's like a bunch of different flavors. So it really depends, I guess, on the size of the initial variation or what the product is in general, right? So yeah.
There's a couple reasons why or when you do this. And on the positive side, that's when you have 2 variations or 3 variations and 2 of them can stand on their own, which means they're getting enough sales velocity where it's better for you because of your indexing and your branded terms for you to break it off and take more organic space. On the negative side, but to fix things, it's often correct to break these up if you have 3 variations or 2 variations, whatever, and one of them has an issue and it keeps getting negative reviews or something like that. That one's going to drag down the rest of the parentage or the other 2 children, and that needs to get out of there. That could not even be because of a product issue. This happens most of the time in flavor variations where you have chocolate, vanilla, and hazelnut or something like that. And hazelnut keeps getting bad reviews or 3-star reviews saying like, oh, this doesn't really taste like hazelnut or whatever, hazelnut needs to go on its own. It's killing chocolate and vanilla. Right.
Yeah.
So those are your kind of usual situations there.
Varadraj, one day I'll get your name right. And again, that's not you, it's me. He says, I love the new mag symbol behind Jason. Nice transition from photo on desktop to this cool backdrop. Love it. I agree.
It's like a fake. It's not a real neon sign. It's like LED. I got it on Amazon. You can get anything. You can get it made. Say whatever. We have is Edgar here? Edgar, you here? You watching?
Are you here? Show yourself. Yeah.
One of our clients got one.
Yeah, his looks really nice. Okay, LinkedIn user says, I want your comments regarding glitches, issues, in the Amazon ads report last week. Has that really happened with the majority of sellers, and will the data be going to get fixed or not?
So what he's talking about, Faith, on Saturday, when you went into the ads, when you went into the ads console Saturday and Sunday, you may have seen a big banner in the top that said, we are having trouble with sponsored products reporting. We are working on the issue or something like that.
Okay.
And when you went in there on Saturday and Sunday, it looked real bad. Like,
of course, when I was on vacation.
So from what I understand, everything should be normal now. If you're still seeing anomalies, I would probably ticket. But everything looks correct as far as the reporting I've seen on our accounts here.
Jack Leader asks, how to avoid PPC cannibalization when your ad sales go up. ROAS remains the same, yet tacos increases too?
He's eating his organic sales with
with the PPC. Good strategies. I am.
This is tough, Jack, because you want to maintain position for these, so you need to softly, if you're really worried about cannibalization, softly scale back on some of these. So that most of the time it's branded keywords. If somebody's searching for your brand and your product name, likely you're going to get that sale, right? So that's usually always the argument when you see branded keywords and spend on them. You want to be careful, because if you have some good competition, they could come up on you while you're trying to limit your cannibalization, and they'll start eating your sales. So this is a delicate balance. This is usually branded keywords. Like 90% of the time, it's branded keywords where you're cannibalizing. Or if you like really own a keyword, like you're the only one that sells this product, this specific type of product or whatever. Those are the ones you really have to finesse.
And then Varadraj says, PPC question, should I target my competitors' ranked keywords in a single campaign? It couldn't hurt to try it out so that I get all the ranking juice when my competitor which my competitor has. My product is better and changed and modified as per customers' reviews, and my product has good feedback.
Right. I mean, if they're relevant targets to your product, they should be in your SEO and in your campaigns. And then you can even target your competitor ASINs as well.
Yes.
So you're asking, should I add good keywords to my ad campaigns? The answer is yes.
Competitors, if I have an actual competitive product with good feedback, and then yes. All right. Good question. All right. Crazy Marlin asks, hey guys, thank you again for this podcast. You guys are seriously the best. You are the best, Crazy Marlin. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Marlin.
Right. And then Crazy Marlin does have a question. They said, I've heard that coupons aren't as effective as people believe. In your guys' experience, how do you feel about giveaways during your initial first launch? It's quite expensive. Crazy Marlin, what I would do instead of a giveaway is I would just do the Vine program. Because if you're going to spend money to try to get some exposure for your products anyway, I would go ahead and just do the $200 enrollment fee, plus however much it costs to essentially give away 30 units, which is the max amount that you can enroll. I would do that instead, because that's going to be 30 guaranteed reviews that Amazon can't remove. Or I mean, I guess they could technically, but like they're not going to remove it because it was feedback given in a legitimate manner. So I would err away from giveaways. I think there's definitely some good giveaway strategies out there, but I would err away from that in lieu of Vine instead.
To answer your coupon question.
There was that. I'm sorry.
It's product dependent and discount dependent. Yes. If you're selling $100 item and offering a $20 off coupon, it's going to perform usually, I don't know. The ones that kill me Marlon, are because you're paying for these coupon clips as well.
Mhm.
The ones that kill me is the $9 product with a $2 off coupon. It's end up a lot of times being like a wash as far as just selling the product that's $6.99 or $7.99 with a nice little strike through. So does it bring attention to the listings? Yes. Does it cause an extra click? Can it hurt conversion? There's all kinds of different things. The age old, a lot of people don't even clip the coupon, they still buy it. True, that's very true. People don't pay attention to the coupon a lot of times. But the only way you're going to know what's better is testing. We have certain products where coupons just kill it, like always running a coupon, because when we don't run a coupon, sales suck, and it's not even that big of a discount. And they have products where we did a huge discount on a coupon and the product got is good sales velocity. It was for a weekend discount or whatever, and we got a bunch of clips and like no sales off of the coupon. So you never know.
Yeah, it is hit or miss out there for sure. Goody asks, we went from a few hundred indexed words to less than 10 using helium-10. The item is still indexed, confirming by searching the ASIN. What can explain such a huge drop-off in index keywords? Thank you. Search volume?
It sounds like maybe a category issue. Okay. It's either a reporting problem from HSN or which I would open a support ticket with them and see if that's it. Or it sounds like you just got blanked, which what you need to do, Goody, is say this was your product, right? What was it? Crayola bath fizzles. Type in search Crayola bath fizzles. Oh wait, we can't do this, guy. Every time I demonstrate this, I use some other product. We have to use one of Steven's product to demo this. So
okay.
We'd say age of sage, sage sticks or smudge sticks.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're called. Okay. And we'd copy this, this URL here. Oh, don't copy it yet. Let's go to support, help, make a ticket, get support, selling on Amazon, pick your ASIN, which in this case is, we'll just use, I'm going to use one of the ones that's down lower here. I know there's like a 3-pack or something. Oh, okay. We'll just use the main one. Fine. Get your ASIN, say not searchable, and then click continue. Search result questions, continue. ASIN, continue. ASIN is not searchable on Amazon using keywords. So click that. And then enter the search link here, which is this URL that you typed in for your search. And then click next and it'll open a case. It'll tell you either it is searchable and it's on, maybe it's on like page 9 or something like that, or it'll tell you that there's an issue and they're going to investigate. Other than that, I would do a full update on your bullets, title. Check and make sure your category is still there. You could be orphaned in a category. The way you can check that is go to your product detail page, click on your product, go up to the URL here and delete everything before the DP, after the slash on Amazon.com. Click enter, and that's going to show you your browse tree node. If this is missing or there's only like a main category and no subcategories, you might have a category issue and you're orphaned. And that's why you're not indexing. And then your answer in that case that you just opened for the search results is going to come back saying your product is not eligible for BSR or something like that. And that means you're orphaned. You got to figure out why you got kicked out of that category, subcategory, or something like that, and get yourself pushed back in through a full update and template flat file. You might have to do a delete and relist as well. This sounds like you got blanked or Helium 10 reporting problem. So, sorry, Faith.
No, that was a great answer. That was that was awesome. All good. All right, next question. And then Viradraj says, I have 200 units. I'm surely going out of stock before January 10th. If I place the order now, it will restock after 30th January. What should I do? Should I lower PPC bid? Should I increase price? Do both of those. Yeah. So you're going to want to increase your price. Do that incrementally so you don't get hit with like a high pricing error, and then definitely lower the PPC bids as well. So that should hold you over until you're able to get that new stock in. Next question. Brandon asks, any thoughts on Wayfair and QVC HSN? My product is in home and kitchen. So surprisingly, Brandon, I've seen a couple of people who also have their products on QVC and they do really well. So I think, and I think it's because, you know, QVC's been around since like my grandma was a child. So, you know, they've got like that social presence and they've got like that following. Same with HSN. And Wayfair, I know it's just a website. So I think it would be worth it if you're asking if you think it's worth it, or if we think it's worth it to expand into those areas. Yeah. I think, especially if you're in home and kitchen, then yeah, I think, or at least get on Wayfair. The only thing you'll want to be mindful of is just make sure your prices match on Wayfair and Amazon. But yeah, what do you think, Jason? Yep.
Sell more products to more people for more money. So if you can get your product out there on different platforms and it's successful, there's no reason not to.
Yes. Okay, next question. Lung asks, will IP complaint be deleted after 6 months? Like the notification?
The notification.
Yeah. If it's been like acknowledged or whatever, then I think that does fall off after 6 months, 180 days, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think so. I'm gonna go into my personal account.
I wonder if thinking of that falls off after like
I have a
6
million
months.
I have a million of them because this is a retail arbitrage account. I'm just gonna go look real quick.
Okay.
I have to do OTP. I think I have like 1,000 like brand health issues. Let's see. Or
all good.
Account health issues.
Geraldine, I think we answered this one. If you create a whole new set of images, can you A/B test? Yeah, we answered that one.
So they do fall off. Because I know I get like a notice, like I barely use this account anymore. So like I know I get a notice like at least once a week in my email that's like, oh, you have product policy violation. Because this is just a resale account for like 10 years.
Yeah.
But it's fine,
so,
I guess.
Yeah, they will fall off eventually. I don't know if it's after 6 months or not, but they will.
Well, I've got 4 here. Let's see when this was. Let's see.
Yeah,
these are all from 2022. The oldest one's September. So yeah, I got in trouble for listing a Jetsons multifunction countdown alarm clock Christmas ornament.
That is, if somebody set me down and asked, what do you think Jason sells on Amazon? I would not have guessed a Jetsons alarm clock.
Potential trade text misuse, the Jetsons.
Jetsons.
Amazon, crazy.
Incredible. All right, next question. I'm losing profit from PPC. What should I focus on to lower it? I would focus on ACOS. So what you can do here, just kind of basic level, sort your campaigns by the ones that have the highest ACOS, then go out into those campaigns and see where you can kind of make some adjustments. Now, just because a campaign has high ACOS doesn't mean you should shut it off. I want to go ahead and be clear about that. A campaign may have high ACOS, but it may have like 20 orders in a week. So obviously you would want to keep that, but just like adjust your bidding strategy. So check out campaigns that have high ACOS, check out how many orders they have, impressions, i.e. are you going to save that campaign or not? And then if you've decided third thing, if you've decided to save the campaign, go through and check out your bidding strategy. Make sure you're not excessively overbidding. Because, you know, obviously you want to beat your competitors, but if the bid's 50 cents and you're bidding, your minimum bid's $10, like you don't need to do that. And that's without the top of search percentages. So make those adjustments, start there. And then just because I feel like I have to mention this, also check your listing to make sure there's nothing wrong with the listing itself. Like make sure there's no hidden suppression. So a hidden suppression would be like, whenever Amazon tells you product description missing or something like that. And that's just one example. So check for that. Make sure like you have a good looking listing. I know we harp on it a lot about like optimizations, back in search terms, A+, main images, all that. Make sure that looks good. Make sure that you're targeting the right areas, the right categories, right competitors. If you sell shoes and you're targeting Nike in one of your ad campaigns, you're probably not going to get that sale and you're probably just losing money. And I know that's an extreme example, but what I'm getting at here is like, if you have a really, really, really well-known competitor who has like 20,000 reviews, maybe don't on that one, unless you're a lot cheaper than they are. And even then it can be a little tricky. So that was a little bit more long-winded than I intended. Do you have anything to add there, Jason?
You said it. You covered everything. I mean, if you're losing profit on PPC, you're either targeting wrong or you can't compete with those high bids on certain high volume search words. And if you're getting impressions and clicks and no sales, then there's something wrong with your product or listing. If those keywords are highly relevant to your product.
And then Max Newling says, "Hello, how do I add large images to A+?" So that's just going to be
my most favorite thing to demo.
Yes, let's get Jason to demo for us.
I've done this before. All right, you have to tell me what we're selling though, Faith.
We're gonna sell.
Hold on. Let me get my. I know you're excited.
I am excited.
I forgot what. Do you remember the size of the module for? Actually, hold on. Let me go back. I have the one that we did last time. I'll just copy that one. Where is that one? I'll share my screen in 1 second, everyone.
Yes, got to get all the prep work ready, but this is going to be the best demo of the podcast.
All right. Hold on. We're going to get there. Okay, share my screen.
He said, I'm ready now.
First, I am not a graphic designer. This is Canva. I'm just going to show you how to easily make that long poster board A+ content that you.
We're selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards, by the way.
We're selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Well, no. So how about
give me something random and fun. What about
well, that's fine. We can do card games, huh?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at your recent searches on there. It's like, oh, charcoal.
Charcoal, yeah.
Yeah, we could sell charcoal. We could sell charcoal for like grills.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Barbecue, backyard. Yeah. All right. Let's find something.
Yeah, there we go.
Here we go.
Look at this food.
All right.
Yeah. See, you got your demographic image right here.
Hold on 1 second. There we go. Whoop, a little bit more. Okay. Same image. And then And then there we go. And then what are we were selling charcoal?
Yeah.
Same image. Oops. Just finding some charcoal here. Charcoal bag.
The charcoal point sign.
We don't have a picture of a product. Either way, So
what about
what's our brand
that?
name, Faith? What's our brand name?
Our brand name is instead of barbecue, it's barbecue. I don't know.
What is it? Beach.
Barbecue.
Barba.
Barba.
Okay. All right.
I like
That's
the
fine.
font too. That's perfect.
I gotta make it smaller. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
that looks great.
Put that there. We'll give it like a little
Yes, give it like
twist.
that little twist, make it quirky. Ooh, and the
Uh,
transparency.
well, yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, we could continue to mess with this, but you get the image and you split it into the modules on one of whatever size you're going to use in the A+ content. So this would be
Yes.
module 1, module 2, etc., etc. And then when you're all done, you will get that poster board A+ content that looks like this is premium A+ content. So let me find one that's not.
Not look like this,
How about
but
the Mama Bear tumbler?
surprise
Nope.
premium.
Oh
No, I'm kidding.
no. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So we've got splits on this one, but I don't have a good example. But essentially, it's going to make it look like a poster board with tiny little gaps in the middle. Now, for premium A+ content, if you have access to that, there's some more options, as you just saw on the Sage sticks. We made a beach BQ.
Beach
Or
BQ.
beach BK.
What I
Beach
said
barbecue.
barbecue, but beach BQ would have been a lot better. Be on the lookout for us on Amazon 2023. All right, Johnny says, I am changing suppliers in the next 2 months because of low quality. When updating the listing with new features in the title and will updating this listing with new features in the title and images be a complicated procedure? As long as it's like the same product, but there's just like minor updates, then it's not going to be complicated. Now, if it's like a major difference, go ahead and make a new listing. But from what it sounds like, it won't be too complicated. All you're gonna have to do is just go into edit details, modify your title slightly, modify the bullet points for whatever the new features are, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, Johnny. If this is a complete redesign or anything like that, and you still have inventory of the old one in FBA, this is totally normal. It'd be a new SKU on the same ASIN, and send in the new product inventory, get all the new images and everything ready, and as soon as the new improved product is in Amazon, checked in, then you can recall the old SKU, turn it off, turn on the new one, and switch the pictures around in the title or whatever else.
Max
Hey,
says awesome.
Max, yeah, one more thing. Like honestly, one of the best investments, obviously there's H10 and stuff out there for like solo sellers out there. And I'm a super fan of Canva. It is this for $9.99 a month. Like,
Oh,
we
whoops, I
should.
did not mean to
Yeah,
pull my
I'm
screen.
gonna call Canva and see if we can get some referral. No,
What we do for them? Like, look at this listing.
oh, I was
No,
showing your screen. Sorry.
you are showing my screen. That's why I was like, where did my screen come from? I was just looking at Pokemon toys.
Obviously you can create quick A+ content, brand store stuff in here, image stacks, that kind of stuff. But one of the best things, honestly, is like being able to get
Remove the space from
get
the
a product
picture.
photo like this or whatever, and if you need to remove the background, you just click edit image and BG remover. Now it's not perfect a lot of times, especially if the lighting's bad, but for the most part, it does a very good job. Like this
Yeah,
is
and
probably gonna mess up because there's a grill here, but we'll see. Let's see how it turns out.
also have a video on Canva if you
Faith
wanted.
does have a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it counted the grass here. So as long as you're not doing grills, but like if we do like a model or something like that, that's the main things, like type in like woman.
Yeah.
Hey, hello.
Hi, lady.
You take the background out. Obviously, for your main product photos, I tell people this all the time. If you have a newer iPhone, you in good lighting, you can take good photos, and if you have a tool like this, it's usually 90% of the way there. Take your photos outside in good lighting, no matter how good your lighting you think it is. Indoors, it's not good enough unless you have a light box or something like that. We see
You
just
can
took
get
the
a light
background
box.
away.
You can get a light box from Amazon for real cheap too, like a little tiny one. So yeah, look at her. She's main image ready.
She's main image ready.
She is. She's main image ready. All right. And then Slavika asks, the company I work for registered a lot of trademarks under the company name, which is different than the 5 brands that they have registered on Brand Registry. I can't seem to explain to Amazon support that this company owns all the trademarks and that they are not registered under 5 brands, but under company name, I think is what she meant to say. Any advice? So the company owns all the trade. It's kind of like
I see it, but I don't understand what her issue is. So she's trying to brand register.
No, they're under Brand Registry.
Or on Brand Registry. I can't seem to explain to Amazon support that the company owns all trademarks and that they are not registered under 5 brands, but under compliance name. What are you trying to do, Slavika? If you're trying to connect a product to the brand, you're going to need a letter of authorization. Is probably what Amazon's looking for.
Yeah.
You can explain to them till you're blue in the face, but without a letter of authorization, they're not going to listen to you. That's what it sounds like. But if you give us a little more detail, I'd like to help you out. It just sounds like Amazon's not connecting. What happens, this could be this happens with GS1 stuff all the time, is company name is registered to the UPCs, but brand name is what Amazon's looking for. So you have to connect the three things for Amazon. GS1 database only goes off of the registered entity, not the brand name.
Mir Raman asks, my product detail page was removed. Now I somehow managed and recovered it through flat file, but the current status shows incomplete and I am unable to edit it and complete the listing. Now it shows this SKU has an inconsistent product classification with the ASIN. Yeah. It sounds like that the category that it was in before, or the subcategory rather, it probably doesn't exist anymore. So whenever you try to re-upload it through flat file, that's what happened. Or at least that's how I'm looking at it.
This is a SKU issue. Man, we're getting really spammed today. Oh, go away, go away, go away.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna have to delete this for 24 hours and re-upload. This is a SKU problem. If you don't have FBA inventory on that SKU, I would suggest just creating a new SKU on the same ASIN. There's a disconnect between the SKU, the ASIN, and the GS1 or UPC. When you re-upload that flat file, Geraldine, can you please delete all of the spam, please? When you re-upload that flat file, use the ASIN as the identifier first.
Cool.
Geraldine's busy.
All right. Next question. I signed up for Vine and all 30 units were picked in less than 24 hours. Is that a good sign my product has a lot of interest demand? Yeah. I mean, like I've seen it take like a few days for everything or like even weeks, but to hear less than 24 hours, yeah, no, that's a great sign, Jensen.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's awesome.
Vine reviews. Vine reviewers only have a certain number of claims, depending on their level or whatever. And the fact that they they came to your product during this time of year is very, very good.
Yes. All right. Any more questions? I think I saw a few trickle in. I am an Amazon seller in the USA. My trademark is registered in India. India trademark does not rank the listing, so why should I apply US trademark? Please reply. Okay, so for this one, because trademark laws are different in every country, you would need a US-based trademark in order to enroll in US Brand Registry. So with your product now, you can sell on Amazon India, and you should be able to be in enroll in Brand Registry and everything without a hitch. But honestly, it all just kind of boils down to trademark laws being different for each country, and that's why you need a trademark in each country, and then thus you could do Brand Registry and different Amazon marketplaces.
I think he's asking face correct, but
yeah.
he's asking his brand name is not indexing, so why bother registering the trademark in the US as what I'm guessing.
I see.
So that you can get brand benefits and all that good stuff. I mean, that would be the reason why. And as your product grows on Amazon, people are going to start searching for the brand name as well, as long as it's relevant, not a bunch of, scattered letters. And you'll want it then, but especially if you're going to expand your product line too. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right. Damien asks what photo dimensions to use. I guess in our previous example.
Oh, hold on, I got it right here.
Okay, cool. Because I tried to
it's
look
going
it
to be
up.
different. It's going to be different for each module.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say I tried to look it up because I couldn't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, it will be different for each module.
So this one is 970 by 300, the one we were working on. But depending on which module you pick, it's going to be different size that you're going to want to use. And when you go in your A+ content, I guess we could just demo it, right? Why not?
Yeah, we can demo. Let's do another demo. We will close it out with a demo.
So go in your A+, create A+ content manager, start a basic was what we were doing, create basic, and add module. And it'll tell you, so not this one, this is just your logo. The one I was using is just the standard image and light text overlay. And it tells you, where did it go? It tells you in the module here, doesn't it?
I thought it did. It definitely says it somewhere. Like, I think if you can add background image, it'll say.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. See, 970 by 300. I got lost for a second.
All good. All right, and then Jensen said, you guys made the EBC, so thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Jensen. We're glad you liked it, and we're happy that people are excited about your product on Vine as well. So definitely let us know how that goes. All right, and then Maz Obds says, I don't see some subject matter for my new product. Is there a way to add using flat file? Thanks. So it could be that the category that your product's in doesn't have a subject matter field. So that's only available for certain categories. There should still be a backend keywords or like a search terms field that you can use. But the subject matter is only available for certain categories. So even if you had added it with a flat file, it's not going to do anything with the listing. Yep. And then Frostax says, I was thinking about the previous question you answered. Instead of having single parentage, why not split up this listing for more real estate? So that's definitely a strategy and definitely something you can do. It really depends on the variation. Like Jason was saying, if you have like a lot of flavors or anything in your variation, take like the bestseller and make sure that those are by themselves. Really, the risk here, Frostax, is that if you have something in your variation, or like you only have one really good seller in your variation, the others aren't going to stand on their own. So yeah, while it would take up more room on Amazon, they're going to take up more room on like page 10 where nobody's shopping. So you want to make sure that your variations can stand on their own before you take them out of the parentage.
Unless they're hurting the hero product.
Yeah, unless they're hurting the hero
Get
product,
them out of
then
there.
yeah, like in the example that we had earlier, or the question we had earlier. So, all right. Next question. CheckRec says Amazon support is almost impossible. I have around 60 cases with around 300 messages and dozens of phone calls for my brand name, which was brand registered. It has been ongoing for 18 months now. Needless to say, I am now rebranding. Yeah, that sounds like
I think that was just a rant.
Yeah, that's what we have to do, Mr. CheckRec.
Here's more. Hold on. It just came in. Amazon couldn't change and it's confused my brand name with another similar brand name that is also trademarked.
Yeah, just rebrands. That's never gonna get resolved.
This happened to one of our
Yes, it did. I know which one too.
So yes, yeah, and the other brand was very inappropriate. So yeah, I believe they rebranded as well. So I'm sorry you're going through that, CheckRec.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. 18 months too. Like it's rough. All right. And then Jensen asks, will adding emojis to the beginning of my bullets negatively impact ranking or SEO? Not necessarily, I don't think.
Nope.
It depends on the product as well. Like if it's a toy or something, you're going to want to put emojis just to be more fun. But if it's like, I don't know, a toner cartridge, then maybe not. I don't know. well, actually, you might want to fun. But anyway, no, I don't think it hurts or anything.
Yeah, like Faye said, like novelty, it's not going to hurt your SEO. It's more for like fun conversion, happy novelty stuff, fun stuff. I mean, but it's good in like a lot of categories, like gardening and stuff. I always add flowers or plants, plant emojis, yeah.
Right. And then Grigor Lungu says, hello, after being out of stock for 12 days, I lost a lot of positions and rankings going to page 2 to 3 for main keywords. Before out of stock, I was in top 10 for my main keywords. Why is that happening? Thanks. So Grigor, at My Amazon Guy, we have one rule. And what is that one rule, Jason?
Don't go out of stock.
That is the one rule, and this is why you don't want to go out of stock. So when you go out of stock, you lose your position in rankings, and then it can be kind of hard to come back from that. So what you're going to want to do, Grigor, make sure that these keywords that you've lost ranking for, make sure they're in the listing somewhere. I'm sure they are, but just give it another check. Maybe add it in like an extra bullet point or something. But the main thing you're going to want to do is you can regain this with PPC. So PPC and SEO are going to go hand in hand. You might want to be a little bit more aggressive with your bidding strategy over the next couple of days, and you're definitely going to want that top of search percentage. Because I believe we mentioned this earlier, but that top of search percentage is also going to help your organic indexing, which will bring you back to that front page.
Nailed it.
All right, next question. Shazabe says, I really need an internship at any Amazon agency, such as MAG, to make a career in Amazon services. Anyone can help? Please. Yes. You don't even have to beg, because I have the resource right here for you, sir. You just go to myamazon.com, myamazonguy.com/internships. And then we have all kinds of internships. Let me go ahead and get my.
We also have the job site as well.
Yeah, so you can intern here if you're interested in brand management, PPC, design, pretty much anything we've got open, but specifically for internships, you can go here to apply. But yeah, Jason's completely correct though. You don't have to do an internship. If you already have experience, you can straight up just apply for a brand management position or PPC or whatever it is you're looking to do.
Well, he's looking for an internship. I was talking about the other job site.
Indeed, or
I can't remember the name of it now.
myamazonguy.com/internships. That's all you need to know. So yeah, I don't remember either, but yeah, so that's where you would go for internships. But we do also have some other stuff there as well.
There you go. There it is. Geraldine found it.
It's straight through Amazon. There we go.
SellerCentral.jobs.com.
Thank you, Geraldine. We're coming towards the end here, so I don't know why we couldn't think of that. Oh, all good. Awesome.
Hold on, I got this one.
One more. Is Canva good for listing infographics images? Yeah, it can be. I mean, Jason said, let's
make a quick infographic. Here's the woman.
Here's the lady.
What size do we need for infographic, Faith?
Let's do 2,000 by 2,000. You want that 1-to-1?
It's a good idea.
1-to-1 ratio.
Okay, what are we selling? Let's find something to sell.
Let's see. Let's branch out from barbecue to indoor swimming pool supplies. That's
how about a pool net?
Yes.
All right. See if we can find a good one. There we go.
Perfect. And then just drag him out.
There. We have to make sure we get the product in the shot though. There we go.
Oh, that's perfect. Look at him. And then if you want to add some features, we can put in some text on there. That might look a little awkward, but you know.
Text box.
You could give him like the little dialogue box and he says, wow, this pool net is awesome.
This is going to look really cheesy, but I'm just trying to do this on the fly.
Yeah. If all infographics could be made in 5 seconds, everybody would have infographics.
I'm trying to find a cool pool party.
Yes. There we go.
Exactly what we needed. All right. Let's get this font down to like 80. And let's make a bullet point. All right. So heavy duty.
Heavy duty. And then bullet point 2.
Yeah, bullet point 2 is
for swimming pool.
For swimming.
Bullet point 3, hat not included.
Hat not included. My gosh.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, let's make this smaller. And then we have to get an arrow because they have to know what we're talking about. So arrow.
Yes.
How about this pink one?
Yes.
Oh no, I can't make it smaller.
Oh, you have to do it, like that. And then,
Okay.
Perfect.
Infographic.
Second. Perfect.
As mentioned earlier, I am not a designer, but Canva can help you out with that stuff for sure.
So you recommend
listing images should be 2,000 by 2,000.
Yes. 1-to-1 ratio.
All right.
Awesome.
I think we're all good here. Thank you, Geraldine. Faith, you want to sign us out here?
Yep. So as usual, if you want to watch any more content from us, we have a whole suite of things on our Amazon or our YouTube channel, not our Amazon channel. Just go to My Amazon Guy on YouTube. And then if you are interested in any courses or anything, you could just hop on over to myamazonguy.com and just go into courses. It's less than DoorDashing Taco Bell, as I've mentioned, just once though. I've only said that once, but it's less than the price of DoorDashing Taco Bell. And we keep adding courses. Now we have a Facebook ads course. This is new. This one might not be less than the cost of Taco Bell, but we do have that. So anything you want is here. If you want to book a coaching call, get some one-on-one time with Jason, Steven, or anybody else here, You can do that as well. And then, of course, as mentioned earlier, we are hiring. And then if you would like an internship or a job, you can check out our careers section as well. I hope I didn't say that too fast, Geraldine. I know you're trying to get the links out as I say them. All right. Awesome. And then we also, Stephen has a new podcast where you can come and ask him questions every Thursday at noon EST. A super awesome opportunity. So yeah, that's us.
Yeah, that's been really good. It's been working really good having him talk with sellers and answer questions there. So make sure to join that. Faith will be here next week by herself or maybe with Tom. I'm going to be out of the office. So we will see you next week and have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.